You may hear a bit of scratching, don't worry, they're not serious trees, they're just a few little ones. I'm not going to go off the edge of the cliff, are we? Yeah, we're going to get a quick glimpse of her. Look at that, it's an actual spotted cat. Can you believe it? Karula the queen. Isn't she beautiful? She's a lovely leopard. She's actually quite a big girl. She's lovely. So we're not too far from Djuma. Wouldn't that be beautiful with this golden light if she decides to go and have a drink? That's what my money's on. But she is also weaving along the drainage line. And she does look like she's marking territories. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at her. She's gone into stalk mode. She's gone into stalk mode. Maybe she's seen a little commendator. I did hear some impala barking earlier. Well, not barking, snorting earlier. What has she got? What has she seen? Something. She was very excited for a second. Now she doesn't seem so excited. Maybe whatever she saw her and she darted away. But that was lovely. She slinked over. We're going to keep repositioning. She is moving. We're also going to have to keep on the move. But there's a little animal pathway here. Maybe she comes up here right next to the vehicle. How amazing would that be? Lions close and hopefully a leopard close by too. Where have you gone? You can just see her through the thicket. Now is a good example of, and again, how well camouflaged the predators are. It's all the lines, that lovely tawny colour blending in, and even the rosettes on a leopard blend in so well. Oh yes, come towards us, girl. Oh, a little hop and a skip. She's going to come straight here. Can you believe it? She is lovely, absolutely lovely. Please, can I ask the viewers, can you take a few screenshots of her for me? She's on the move and I'm unable to snap a picture of her, so I'd love to get a good look at her actual face. Obviously, I need to learn the leopards of the northern Sabi Sands now, so I really appreciate it if I could maybe get your help too. Look at her. What a wonderful girl. She's very excited. We're going to very quickly sneak past. Oh, I don't want to be rude. There's some other guests who are taking some photos. They've got a little gap there. She's actually marking. You can see a little rub of the cheek. They've got scent glands in their cheek. And as she sort of pointed her bum towards the top, some urine too. Isn't it lovely with that lovely golden light coming down? So please go and have a drink. It's important that we always look out for each other as guides on safari, and we obviously want everybody to have a good view. I want one of you to have the best view, obviously, but I do need to be courteous to the other rangers and give them an opportunity too. I see some guests that are armed with really big cameras. Let's see what she's going to do. Oh, she's turned back again. I'm going to try to find another little gap. Actually, yeah, because I'm not sure what she's going to do, if she's going to carry on going into this thicket. And I think we're going to lose her for a little bit, which she is doing. Let's hope she comes out of this. I'm going to go forward a little bit, actually. We've got her, everybody. She was moving through some very, very thick vegetation, so we couldn't follow her. But look how her tail's twitching at the moment. That's like her brain thinking, essentially. I'm hoping that we've positioned us in a good spot, and she's going to come straight over this little wall. Let's see. Hide and seek, hide and seek. Where are you going to go? You're coming out here. Have you gone left? Have you gone right? No, I think we need to go further forward, actually. I think she's going straight through here. I'm just going to angle her slightly better. There she is, everybody. Oh, goodness gracious. I keep forgetting I'm in a Land Rover, not a Land Cruiser, and everything turns the opposite way. But here we go. Right in front of the vehicle. Look at her over there. Isn't that amazing? She's going to go straight past us. She's going to head across to the other side. Look at that. There are actually lots of Nyala at the dam, so I'm hoping she heads up, and she heads a little bit further southwest, straight towards the dam. She's straight below us at the moment, which is really nice. No, she's changing her direction again, but we have got a fantastic view of her. Look at that brain thinking there, that tail swishing from side to side. She's obviously hungry. She's not thin, she's in really good condition, but she could also eat. Right, we're going to quickly loop around because I think we're going to get her going to drink water, and I obviously want you all to see that. Let's quickly go around, everybody. So bear with us for just a few moments as I zoom on along. Brian, hold on. Everybody, safety belts on. Just joking, we don't have safety belts. We don't really drive that fast. As fast as what it looks or it feels like if you've ever been on a safari before. It's actually not so bad. It's just the roads are a bit bumpy and there's a few corrugations. But let's get nicely on the other side. Wait, you're actually going to see us on the dam cam, which is going to be quite exciting. So keep a lookout for that as well. Brian's holding onto the camera for dear life. Never mind. Sorry, the dam cam is not working. She's crouched a little bit. I think she's spotted the Inyala that are in the distance, and I don't think the Inyala have spotted her because they haven't given a alarm call yet. She's going to drink, I'm pretty certain. Just want to position us. Oi, bumpy. A little bit better. Bear with us, everybody. When the animals move, you've got to keep up and move with them too. And you can see they can cover ground a lot quicker than what we can, we have to sort of stick to the roads and the open areas where she can go wherever she likes. There's Ronald the Rover's garage that we passed earlier. Isn't this going to be lovely? I'm going to stop just like that so our shadow doesn't get into the picture. I am also going to take a few. Oh, there's my camera. I misplaced it. Look at that. Oh, hang on. I need to go forward again. Have a look. I'm going to go right in. Look at her. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that amazing? Really, really lovely. Isn't that fantastic? We are so fortunate to be able to see such amazing creatures. Look how she's looking straight at us. Really, really, really nice. Oh, she's actually always looking over her shoulder. I remember seeing this with shadow, or you'll see it with all leopards. Always looking over their shoulder, just making sure that there's nothing creeping up on them. But how was that? Look at her lapping up that lovely water. She's a thirsty girl. She's obviously, maybe she was resting for most of the day, and now she has woken up to have a quick drink, and hopefully she's going to go on the prowl and look for something to eat. Look, she's been looking quite keen. For those of you who are also just joining us, this is Karula, Queen of Djuma, and we are live at the moment. So if you'd like to send in any questions or comments or any appreciation of this beautiful leopard that we've got, you can either hashtag Safari Live on Twitter, or you're welcome to send questions to questions@WildEarthTV. Kiara wants to know how far can she smell? Their sense of smell is fairly good. I'm not exactly sure on how many hundreds of meters or kilometers, but I presume it's probably up to maybe just shy of a kilometer, especially if she's downwind. She'll probably pick up a scent. But it's a combination of things that they're using. They're not just relying on their sense of smell, they're also relying on their super sensitive ears as well as their fantastic eyesight. So it's a number of things. You know, maybe it's a very windy day and the wind is against her, then she can't smell anything and then she won't be able to hear very well. Then she's going to have to rely on her eyesight. So Kiara, I'm not 100% sure on exact figures as to how far a leopard could smell. I think it'd be quite difficult to test something like that out. I don't know if you get any leopards cooperating, and I also don't know anybody who can speak leopard. But look at that, golden hour. This couldn't be any more perfect. I'm really hoping that she goes for those Inyala, which are just towards the lodge. And you can hear Hardy Da calling in the background as well. Also saying leopard, telling all the other animals that there's leopards here. Hello, James. So James is a viewer that I'm getting to know by name. Aha! And James has asked me if I can notice the wow, the W that is on her forehead. Yes, I can. Isn't that incredible? I've never seen a marking like that on a leopard. That is so unique. So that's obviously a very easy way to be able to tell this particular female from other leopards. So I've seen Shadow. I've now seen the mother of Shadow. All I'm missing now is Thandi. I'd absolutely love to see Thandi. She sounds lovely. And then, of course, I've seen Sindile as well down in the southern sectors of the Sabi Sands, which was quite exciting. Ah, Karula's got 2 cubs. I didn't know that. Apparently, they are about 7 months old. I wonder where they are. Maybe she stashed them where they're also too young to be hunting. So possibly they were maybe in that drainage line where she was first started. Look how she's slinking away. I think she has actually seen those in Yala in the distance. And I think she is plotting her move. Look at that. Look how she's slinking behind that log. I think she's going to use the trees. She's going to use the termite mounds. She's going to use everything she can to try and get closer. She actually may even use the vehicles. That's how relaxed these animals are and are comfortable with us. That we can sit here and we can still chat away. And she's still going to carry on with her daily activities. She looks hungry. She could eat. So I think that I'm just going to see what these guys are going to do. I don't want to move around too much because there's a big male in Yala, but I don't think she's going to go for him. He's inside the lodge. We're just waiting for... We're just having a good chuckle at the other guests doing naughty things. Sorry, everybody. We're waiting for Karula to pop out now. You can hear the hardy dust going crazy and flying away. Now, unfortunately, there we go. You can see them there. South Africa, we call these Santon fish eagles, and anybody from South Africa will understand the joke. But we were still waiting for Karula to make her appearance. I'm going to reposition very quickly. I'm just going to roll. Maybe, I can roll. Roll. Look. Land Rovers don't roll as good as cruisers. How's that? Lovely. Look at her. Look at that beautiful pose there up against you. What does she see now? She's very busy. Catch one of those hardy downs for us. They're not my favorite bird. See, look at that position. See, no one really besides the hardy downs have given away her presence, sorry. I don't know what she's seeing in the distance. Could be some impala off into the thicket. Oh, maybe there's a few different animals coming down to drink that we just don't know about. They're very good at hiding away. I think she's just looking. She's wondering, plotting her next move. What are you going to do, lovely lady? No, you're going to go back down into the drainage. It's quite nice. Seeing as that's where she's going. Yes, I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We need to do quite a bit of a long reposition. I'm going to head on around, and so you don't have to watch me bumble about. Let's go to Jamie in the tent. Rightio, everybody, we managed to relocate her, and I've got some very exciting news for you all. So, I don't want to talk too loudly now. There's a common duiker, which is the second smallest antelope that we see in this area, probably about 80 meters from her, north of where she is. She's tucked away now. I don't want to move around too much, because that's obviously what she spotted when we saw her on the other side of the bank after she just had a drink. And she's still looking at her. So that is very, very exciting. Now, obviously, we are here. We have intervened with the animals, but on a minimal scale. They are now used to us. They carry on with their normal daily activity. So, I don't want to ruin the chances of this hunt for this leopard. So we're going to see what she's going to do. The duiker does not know that she's here, which is fantastic. However, the duiker is moving slightly north. Karula's got the wind in her favor, which is good. The wind is downwind. That will also muffle the sound. Remember how I was talking earlier about how leopards don't just rely on their sense of smell, they also rely on their eyesight and their hearing. Now that common duiker, this wind is going to block the sound of that leopard moving as well as her scent. Mbunzi in there. Yeah, not far. Maybe about 50 meters now. Sorry everybody, just letting other rangers know what's going on, where that little duiker is. But she's very camouflaged. And she doesn't want to go too quickly. She wants to keep this going for as long as she can, so she gets to be able to get as close as she can. My goodness, you can barely see her in there. You just see a few spots. Fantastic. So I've only ever seen 2 leopard hunts from start to finish. So seeing a kill is actually not very common. It's quite common to see the animals eating on their prey, like we saw with the lions. You can see that tail thinking very, very hard, deciding what her next move is going to be. She's got good cover because she's now in the drainage line, and that common duiker has actually moved up out of the drainage line. So if she moves along the drainage line, she'll have fantastic cover. And also the sand is nice and soft, which is at her advantage. This is typically an area that you'll see leopards hunting, is along riverbeds or along drainage line where they do have a bit of cover. And because it is winter, this is along drainage lines and along riverbanks. It's sort of the last area of greenery. So the animals tend to come along the banks of the drainage lines and the rivers. And it's good for us. I'm just going to let the other guys reposition before we plan our next move as well. My tail is wagging, just deciding what to do. She's thinking very, very hard. And she's been so kind to us. We've had such a great view of her already. Now, wouldn't it be fantastic if she does manage to catch this common duiker? She'll eat away. She'll probably eat a little bit, maybe hoist it. I'm not sure. Not all leopards like to hoist. And then she'll go back and she'll hopefully fetch her 2 cubs as well and bring them back to the kill. But let's see what she does. Unfortunately, the cats are not the most successful hunters. When you have to rely on stealth, unfortunately, you're not as successful as, say, the wild dogs or hyenas that will use stamina and really move. The only thing that's really twitching is her tail occasionally. She's still just sitting there. I don't know if she can even see this duiker anymore. I surely can't see this duiker. It's gone into some real thick stuff now. There, she's making a move again. Slowly creeping. She's now gone from the sitting position to she's standing upright again. Well, not upright. Zoom. Go a little bit further to the left. Sorry, just pan. She's in there. She's so well camouflaged, you can't really see her. Maybe even, there we go, you can just see her spots. I mean, that's hardly anything. There we go. There we go. Now, thank you, beautiful girl, for coming out. Maybe she's going to change her route. Maybe she's even like right on the scent, the path that common duiker actually walked. I just saw her put her nose down to the ground and take a little sniff. Maybe she was even trying to put a little bit of distance between her. There we go. Pause. She's probably seen it again. Look at that. You are all so lucky to be able to watch a leopard potentially hunt an animal. Wow, look at that. She's very keen. Very, very keen. She's in bed. There we go. You can hear the squirrels' alarm calling now. They're not happy. I hope that this doesn't give her presence away. She's going down into the drainage line again. Like I said, it's easier for her to move. She's got good coverage. This is going. We're just letting everybody else reposition. I think she's going to cross the road and she's going to go straight across and back into the drainage line. let's just see. Yeah. You can see, I don't know why I'm whispering because I know she's here. So there we go, there's Karula, and you saw that the impala were not too far away from where she was as well. And they are now alarm calling. So she's not interested in them. There is no way she'll be able to catch them now that she has been spotted, I'm afraid. Yeah, listen to that noise, it's beautiful. I don't know why, but when the impala alarm call, it always reminds me of when you have microwave popcorn and how you have one kernel popping and then you have 2 or 3 popping at the same time and then it goes quiet and then you have another one. That's what comes to mind when I hear impala alarm calling. It's quite strange. That's the only thing that's similar to me. Impala are now walking away, not even running away. They're going, Karula, I know you're here, or we know you're here. Don't even bother trying to come for us because you are not going to catch us. And we are just going to go somewhere else. Now they've turned their backs on them. I'm sure there's one that's looking back. You can just see them through the sticks. Look at that. Look at their ears when they snort. How they all perk up at the same time. Now this would be great for her actually if it was lambing season, because then she could cause a little bit of a frenzy. She could try and get in, she could maybe do a little sprint from there, and then hopefully a young lamb would sort of fall over its little legs or not be able to keep up with mom, and then she'd have a great opportunity. But unfortunately there's no little lambs just yet, just the juveniles from last year, and they're quite big and they are well adapted on their legs and they can jump and leap almost like the adults. Look at her. They are such patient creatures. Imagine we were living like the old days where we still had to catch our food. I think I probably would have been a gatherer. I don't know how good at hunting I would have been. That takes some serious skill when you're not armed with a rifle or weapon of any sort. Well, you have to make a homemade weapon like a spear or a bow and arrow, not a bow and arrow. Very tongue-tied today. I'm just going to very quickly take a sip of water because my mouth is very dry. Did anybody get any good bum shots of Karula? It's nothing quite like a leopard bum shot. That's better. And she's feeling slightly disappointed with herself. I blame the squirrel though. I think the squirrel gave away her presence. That squirrel would not keep quiet. It kept chit-chatting away. Also the dawn chorus. The evening chorus is just starting to come through as well now. It's really, really beautiful. It's still quite far in the distance, so I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up. Maybe I have to crank that volume really, really loud. We're going to sit here with Karula for a little bit longer and just keep up with her, because I have a feeling she's going to have another go at possibly trying to hunt. So while we wait until some action develops, just before the sun goes down completely and Jamie doesn't get lost in the dark, let's see what she's got going on in that wonderful tent. And just while you were with Jamie, she actually was calling just once. So possibly she's just declaring her territory, letting everybody know I'm occupying this space, keep away. Or maybe she's even going back to her cubs. I'm not sure. Okay, we're going to just go up a little bit further forward. Sorry, Rusty. Up we go. See, hopefully she decides to come back up onto the road rather than sticking on this animal pathway. You're going to have to go around. She's still going along the animal pathway. don't know where this road links up to, but let's go around. That's the problem. I'm still going to learn the terrain, learn the roads. But maybe there's another gap that will squeeze through this gap. Down we go. Mind the tree. Wait. It's just there on the right. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, you're very sneaky going up on that side. Just mark your territory. Good girl. Look at her rubbing that cheek. Little spray of urine. There we go. I think she was doing a territorial call. I've changed my mind. I love that pose. Just how she stops and glances. Just Jonah, I was chatting about this earlier. So just Jonah wants to know, doesn't the presence of vehicles and humans affect their behavior? Yes and no. However, because we've been interacting with these animals for such a long time, and cats are the easiest animals to habituate, they don't mind us at all. We've also got to be respectful and keep. We have to be so well trained in animal behavior in order to read their sign. She's perfectly relaxed with us. She's carrying on hunting. Fortunately, the odds were against her, which is normally the case where they unfortunately aren't as successful because of in our case, we had a squirrel alarm calling and telling the impala and the commendator that she was there, and then the impala saw her, then they alarm called and told everybody else. So most of the time, we don't have an impact. And in the situation where an animal shows us that we're unhappy with them, often we'll leave them alone. Well, firstly, we'll try and give them a bit of space, and if that doesn't work, then we'll say, you know what, we're not going to have a look at this animal today. We want to fantastic sighting like we've just had. She's now disappeared across this little drainage line. We need to just find a little place to see if we can cross. And I'm not sure if this road maybe loops around. Let's maybe just go around. Maybe we get her again. She seems to be sticking along, just deciding what I'm going to do. We're going to go back the way we came. It's taking a lot of getting used to try and drive without mirrors. Right, up we go. Up we go, back around. Elizabeth, you would like to know what is the maximum distance that a female leopard will wander away without from her cubs? Quite far. I don't think there's any set rule. I don't think they sort of go, oh, I've reached 5 kilometers, I can't go any further. They go until they find something to eat. Remember, they've said in leopard language, stay, to their little cubs, and hopefully they will listen. And Mom will then go off and try and catch something, and then she'll come back when she has caught something. Obviously, if she won't go for too long, depending on how young the cubs are. But at 7 months, they're all right. They're not relying on Mom like brand new cubs. They're not having to drink every hour. Did you see her there, Brian? Okay, Queen Karula once again. She's definitely been giving us the slip this afternoon. But like I said, and I have been saying, the leopard drought is over. It's been, I think it was a few days with no spots. You can just see her perched up on the side of the bank there, just scanning in the distance. There were some Natal spurfowl who were not too happy earlier. They were racing away. You can just see her there. It's starting to get a little bit dark now. And I think hopefully she will get lucky this evening. There's lots of cloud cover, as you saw in the beginning of the show, which is fantastic for her. Hopefully some more clouds come over because the moon is almost full. And obviously then she won't have the upper hand and have the good eyes, or have the upper hand with her having the best eyesight out of the animals that she's hunting. But I'm glad we got to have a glimpse of her just before we have to say goodbye to all of you. Be great to try and follow up on her tomorrow morning to see if she was if she was successful. There you go, she's getting on the move again. She's going down this little drainage. And see where she's going to pop out. There she is. Lovely lady. Thank you. Now she's disappearing into the thicket now. It's getting very dark. It's going to be very, very difficult to try and follow her with her maneuvering